Welcome to the Disneyland Forever podcast, your source for all things from the happiest place on earth. For more updates, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Disneyland Forever, and you can check out our website, disneylandforever.com. Hello, everybody.
Howdy.
It's Jordan.
And Daniel.
And by the time you're hearing this, depending on how early it is
if you do it the very first thing, we will not yet be in Disneyland.
But we are going to be at Disneyland starting the day that this drops for a few days. And it's our favorite type of trip because sort of favorite type of trip. Because
it's a pretty good trip because my work pays for a lot of it. It pays for my food, my flight, our hotel room, a rental car, which I guess we'll do. We could do a taxi instead, but we decided to do a rental car.
Why not?
Is that all?
I think so, but that's enough because since we
we
already have
the tickets, and so we just have to pay for his food and flight, and we're good.
Yay! So that's why you don't love it because every morning you have things you have to go do. But.
Yeah, especially it starts in the morning, very early. But will be our first time staying at the renovated Pixar Place Hotel. We've stayed at the other iterations, and so we'll have to review that after.
Yes,
because I was thinking of possibly reviewing it in the past, but we don't know that much about it because we've never stayed there.
We haven't stayed at Pixar Place.
Yeah, Pixar Place per se.
Yes, specifically. And as a reminder to everybody who's always if you think we're just that bougie that we're always staying at the Disneyland Hotel or the Grand Californian, remember it's because they're DVC. Yeah. And so it's actually less expensive for us to stay there. And it's very expensive for us to stay at the Pixar Place Hotel. And so that's why now that someone else is footing the bill, we're going to stay at the Pixar Place Hotel.
And it really only worked out because I was supposed to, you're supposed to use the funds for these conferences for the place that the conference is at, which is always the Grand Cal. But when I looked at the Pixar Place, it was the same price.
And so they let you do
for the standard room. So yeah, that was the only reason. If it was more expensive, I'd have to pay the difference.
I was wondering why that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally the same exact price, which is really funny. So
it's probably because they were getting a deal for the conference, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we're not arguing. So
that'll be fun.
Yes. For today's episode, what we're going to be talking about, and we promise we didn't steal this idea. Dan came up with this idea. If you listen to Market House, this may have seemed like you're doing the same thing that they did.
Or if you listen to us, we really promise we didn't just steal this from you.
Yeah, no, he did come up with this idea well before they did a similar idea. So we tried to make it a little bit different, and we're just kind of going over all the different smells that are either really good or purposely piped into a ride.
Iconic smells of Disneyland. Not ranking our favorites or anything, but...
No, we say iconic, and I think there's some of these that some people may not be aware of, or it's not as popularly known that there's these smells, but you should know.
And seriously, smell evokes. It doesn't
Long day at work.
Yeah, evicts. It sends people out of their house. It probably does do that. It does do that sometimes too. It evokes memory for sure, and it's just such a cool thing about the brain. In general, I think California, Southern California, has a particular smell.
Yes.
When we fly in, it's this pleasant, because you can tell it's the ocean, but for some reason when you go to the ocean, it's not a pleasant smell.
Did you notice that when we landed in Boston a couple weeks ago, that it had the same smell as Florida? So that I used to think Florida had its own smell, but now I think it's just the smell of humidity.
Humidity plus Atlantic Ocean,
yeah.
I guess. Yeah, warm.
So it's
Atlantic.
Okay. Well, the whole East Coast.
But yeah, I just
like
love the smell of Southern California, and I don't.
Oh, I do
don't
too.
know how to describe it, but it's pleasant.
So we're gonna go over all the smells in both parks with you guys, and I think hopefully it starts sparking some memories for you guys. And if not, if you haven't been there before and you're like, what smells are you talking about? Then there's some things to pay attention to because they're really kind of fun to be like, hey, they piped in a smell. This is so fun.
Another fun one. It's not specific, but when you go into a building that was built in the 50s or 60s, when I went to college. Some of the buildings from that time frame smell the same as
musty,
Snow White's. Some of the older
musty
rides smell, and it's not just because my college was in Utah and not musty, but it's just there's something. It's probably asbestos or something.
Probably
we're probably all gonna die.
You're gonna die. It's fine. But before we do, let's read a new review.
Let's not die before we die. And this is another forbidden one from Australia. So we're gonna get in trouble for reading these.
Oh, we just read it.
And then to our friends in Australia, I say Guten Tag. Oh, that's Austria. I'm just kidding. It was a reverse Dumb and Dumber joke.
That was a really bad joke.
Shut up. It's from Australian Disney Adventures. They said, the most fun and informative. Jordan and Dan are such warm, friendly hosts with the perfect mix of honesty and great fun sass. Fun, sure. Yeah. There is sass for sure.
No, there's sass. You know there is.
Their episodes are packed with super helpful, detailed tips for trip planning. And as someone who can't visit the parks often, their podcast truly brings the Disneyland magic into my life each week. It's something really special, and I can't thank them enough for that. Also, fun side note, I briefly met them in the park on my birthday last June, but was too shy to ask for a photo, still kicking myself. Keep up the amazing work. You're not the only one. We are not, we're not gods or celebrities. Just come up to us.
Everyone's always like, I'm sorry that I said hi. I'm like, or that we didn't say hi. I don't know. I'm like, just come up and say hi. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we really are not that famous or cool.
Just as much as we appreciate everyone who leaves us these reviews, has been sending to us. As I mentioned before, you sent us a review on Instagram and we haven't read it yet. Just kind of remind me.
Yeah,
It kicks it back to the top of the...
This week's and last week's were nudged to us, thankfully.
Yes, and thank you. Because it gets lost in the DMs. And so if you just kind of kick it back to the top, we'll make sure to remember to send it to him immediately so that we don't lose it.
Seriously.
But thank you those who have left us ratings and reviews. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you go and leave us a 5-star rating. That's what we're looking for. A 5-star rating on Apple or Spotify or Audible, or a 5-star review on Apple.
What's funny is that this is not the first one where I think they've tried to click 5 and it's 3.
It's fine.
It's just funny, but yeah. Click the 5s. It just helps people find us, and it's really helpful to us. So thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. In terms of news, there's not much, and I'm okay with that because Disneyland right now is gearing up for their busy Halloween season, and so probably last week we had a lot of news because of all the food. Don't even get me started.
Whatever.
And by the way, we were looking, I guess we can throw this in as news. We were looking last week to see what Oogie Boogie Bash had sold out. It still hasn't. Several of the parties in August are still available.
Is that it?
Yeah.
September
and October are already sold out. But there was only, the last time we looked, which was a few days ago, there were only 2 dates in August that had sold out. So there's that for you. With this, that's unheard of.
Yeah, but don't do it in August if you.
Well, they've always done it in August. But usually they haven't. They have added the fact that they have 3 parties before the Halloween season starts. That's new.
If you wonder why I sound like a very Luther Vandross or I don't know some other.
You are really
some bass person. I'm getting over a cold, so
you're being very.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to my podcast.
Generous. That's what I was trying to look for. You're being very generous to yourself.
Yes, I have a deep voice.
Are you done?
No.
Okay, we're moving on. So, there's that. Also, Magic Key sales for all tiers have officially paused. For a very long time, you could get the 2 most expensive ones, but they have officially paused sales of those ones as well now. So if you are in the market for a Magic Key, doesn't matter what tier it is, you're going to have to wait a little while. It might be a couple of months before they put
the website I saw it on said indefinitely,
which means we don't know yet.
When. Yeah.
But if you do have a Magic Key, then remember that discount they're doing for Lightning Lane that they used to do it where you had a discount every day on Lightning Lane Multipass, formerly Genie Plus, and then they switched it out to say instead we'll give you a 50% discount at certain times of the year.
Yeah, this is 6 days.
It's 6 days. So it will be this month between August 13th and 18th if you are a Magic Key holder and you're going to be in the parks sometime during that time, again the 13th through the 18th of August, you will be able to get Lightning Lane Multipass for 50% off.
And I only remember this because it was something on the news about Los Angeles. I don't remember what it was about, but they were saying most schools are going back in that week. I'm like,
that's probably why.
Okay.
Well, that would be why, is because they know there's not. I figured it was going to be a time when it's not going to be busy.
Right.
The only other news story, I'm trying to make sense of it myself. So if you remember, or some of you may remember, that if you go through the Sorcerer's Workshop at the Animation Building in California Adventure, first there's the Sorcerer's Workshop, and then there used to be the room after that was the Beast's Library,
when it was cool technology.
Oh, it hasn't been for years.
It looked, now it looks terrible, but
where you could see what Disney character you were. They had closed that a couple of years ago, but the Disney trading card game Lorcana, they announced that they are going to do a new experience at the Beast Library. It just said this summer. Which the summer is almost over. Beginning on August 29th. So what will happen is it's going to be called the Disney Lorcana Collection Quest. Will open up.
I'm very confused as to what you do.
I don't know either. That's why I'm confused. Players must put together specific cards by opening packs and trading with each other.
Put together cards.
I don't know. Participants who complete the quest will receive a special foil version of Belle, Accomplished Mystic. Which means it's going to be really rare.
Maybe it's like a puzzle or something?
I don't know. But whatever it is, it's going to start.
It's coming.
Yeah, so if you are at all somewhat even a little bit interested in Lorcana, then you'll have, starting August 29th, a reason to go to the Beast Library, California.
I am obsessed with Lorcana, but only really collecting the cards.
We haven't even played it that much.
We have played it.
Not that much is what I said.
Right, yeah, a few times.
Anyway.
But the cards are so fun, and I just like collecting things. That's all. I've always been a collecting type person.
Yes, we all know. You've collected yourself right into near hoarding.
Yep. Disney hoarding. Dorting, if you will.
That's not exactly what I mean. That's basically the news that we have. So it's not a lot of news. But again, we're not really expecting a lot because here shortly, we're going to be expecting to see more and more Halloween stuff pop up. Apparently, they already have the first prop for Oogie Boogie Bash has arrived in Adventures Campus. It's the pedestal that Agatha stands on. So that has arrived.
Just sitting there.
Also, merchandise has arrived.
Yeah.
But that's what we're expecting the next couple of weeks is they're going to be just focusing on redecorating everything. There's not going to be a lot of other announcements on Halloween for a little bit. So we'll just have to wait and see with that one. So that brings us to our main segment where, again, if you don't remember, we're talking about smells. There you go. So, okay, we heard you the first time. Do you know how creepy it was to see that?
Tell them about it. I just put my nose even closer and closer. Is that
basically you had your nose on the microphone?
It was not on.
It basically was on the microphone.
Like
go get a Clorox wipe.
1 millimeter away.
Sure, I have a cold. Go get a Clorox wipe to wipe your mucus off this microphone.
Devil Wears Prada. Antibacterial wipes, perhaps.
Speaking of, they're filming Devil Wears Prada 2.
Yay.
Anyway, so let's start with. Should we start with Disneyland or start with DCA?
Start with DCA. There's not much there.
There's not much there. So we'll go to California Adventure, and basically we're talking about most of these are rides, but there are certain locations as well that we feel just have like really iconic smells. So in California Adventure, the first one that comes to our mind is Monsters, Inc. Mike and Sully to the Rescue, which I know is not going to be around for that much longer, but it does have a smell.
Two sometimes. One always. But the one I was thinking of that sometimes.
Oh, that's true. There are two.
Wasabi section, the Harryhausen's. There's sometimes like a soy sauce type smell.
I think it's wasabi. I think you're right. It's wasabi. So. But sometimes it's stronger than others.
Yeah.
I have noticed that sometimes you go through and you're like, ooh, this is definitely a little smell of wasabi. And other times you're like, it's like there has been wasabi.
But then as you go past like the locker room and where.
No, in the door vault.
Yeah, the door vault. Well, I'm just saying, as you go past that, and Randall's there, then you go into the bigger room, and it's like
the door vault.
It smells like literally like lemon pledge. It's very strong.
No, it's not lemon pledge necessarily. It's nicer than that. But it's because the door can open to show the abominable snowman saying, "Welcome to the Himalayas, snow cone."
Or
so it smells like lemon.
No, it's
it's
lemon.
That's what I said.
Yeah, I think he has a couple of different lines. Is what I'm saying.
No, not really. Goes. I think he just says snow cone because it's a really quick thing. It's a really quick interaction. Yeah, you're past it in 2 seconds.
Yeah, because you worry about whether it's yellow snow and it's gonna. Yeah, but he's like, don't worry, it's lemon.
It doesn't matter. No. Anyway, long story short, there's lemon because of the abominable snowman, and sometimes you don't see the abominable snowman, but it still smells like lemon, and that's why.
Yeah,
I don't think it like gives anymore, but it lingers because the air doesn't circulate much there.
Yep.
So it does smell like lemon inside. I almost forgot about the wasabi because again, it's not always very potent.
Last few times I try to smell, it's such a nice smell. But
we almost forgot to add this one to the list because a lot of people don't notice it. On Radiator Springs Racers, if you end up going into Ramon's to get painted up
instead of the tire change.
Instead of Luigi's, then
The spray.
The spray, it's supposed to smell like fresh paint.
It kind of does, yeah.
It does, but like at a pleasant sort of way. Because I think if they made it smell like actual real paint, it would like make everyone cough because it doesn't smell that
Possibly.
great. But I think they took the idea of paint and spray that because you can definitely tell like it smells like paint.
Yeah.
Like fresh paint.
I wish it was stronger because that would be so funny. Like people would be like, is this real paint?
No. It makes sense why it's soft. It's subtle,
you don't want to
but
make people cough.
It does smell like paint. Then one that there's a lot of debate online about like why does it sometimes not smell as strong as others? On the Incredicoaster, when you're going up the tallest hill and you just passed Elastigirl and then you come up over the top, you see Mr. Incredible who's plowed through the side of the tunnel, quote unquote, and he's offering a Num Num cookie to Jack Jack.
Num Num cookie, Num Num cookie. That's what he sounds like. You listen to it.
I know exactly what he sounds like, but the problem is you do that more often than he does it.
Okay.
And you won't listen to him. So you're close, though. I'm not going to say you're far away, but you're close to it. And it smells like cookies. And it's the most ingenious thing because then you get off and you want to buy the cookies that are at the exit.
Yeah.
A lot of people have said, like, why is it sometimes stronger than others? What I have noticed is if you are in the front of the coaster,
you're not going to get much.
No, I was going to say the opposite.
Oh, you do?
You do. I feel like you get a ton in the front because you're not rushing past.
That's true.
And you're at the back of the coaster, so much is already rushed past that there's a huge airflow that kind of disperses the smell. When I'm in the back, I don't smell the cookies much.
That's true.
But whenever in the front, I smell it real strong. So I think you're more likely to smell it if you're in the front. If you're in the back, you're less likely to, but it's always there.
Yeah, because we've talked about like where's the best place to sit on the Incredicoaster.
There isn't a best place.
No, there's like different experiences for all of them. But if you're in the front, you're especially at the top of lift hills, you kind of don't get that beginning thrill there. So yeah, you get to linger in the wonderful smell.
I like the front of the Incredicoaster.
I do too. I like all of it.
And then obviously we have to talk about Soarin' because there are three.
Yeah, they purposefully do it.
There's three smells. And Soarin' around the world, it's grass and rose.
Yep.
And then ocean.
Supposedly ocean. It smells more just like floral to me, or like plumeria or something.
I wouldn't say that. I would say it's like...
I don't know what it is.
I think it's ocean, but they definitely perfumed it up.
Yeah.
Because I've noticed that it does have a lot of similarities to the ocean smell that you get in Soarin' over California.
Yes.
Which that one has the better three. Like, it's just subjectively better. Orange, pine, and, well, except for I don't like that sea smell as much. It is very accurate, but I don't like the smell of the ocean in California.
No. It's unique for sure. But yeah, and oranges. Oh, love the smell of oranges on Soarin'.
I also love the
California.
pine. The pine
I
is
don't,
great.
because it smells like pine sol to me. But
Everything to you smells like pine sol.
no, I said lemon pledge earlier.
I think you said pine sol earlier tonight. When you were
maybe.
describing something. Everything to you smells like pine sol.
I have a very, very sensitive sniffer. I can tell.
I would not say that.
I can tell when someone's smoking in a car, like three
Who
cars in front
cannot
of
tell
me.
when someone's smoking in a car?
With the windows up, I feel like I'm
You cannot
very,
tell.
very, very,
And how do you know
astute.
that they are smoking?
because I can smell it.
I mean, how can you prove it? See?
Magic. Disney magic.
He can't tell. Okay, so that's it for California Adventure. Over at Disneyland Park itself, you have, obviously, walking down Main Street, it is well known that they do pipe in like
Sugar.
a general sugar and vanilla smell. And you go down, and it's nostalgic. It kind of makes you think of the Candy Palace and like just makes you kind of want to stop and eat and kind of stop and appreciate the smell. So that is a very well-known thing that they do along Main Street, USA, which is nice.
Yes.
I think it's stronger beginning of the day than the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, you sometimes notice it more, but it's pleasant if you get a little whiff. Oh, we forgot one. One smell.
All of them beforehand. Anyway, what?
I know. I just
On
thought of
which
one right
park?
now. Both. Popcorn smell.
No, we're not talking. We're talking about good smells that you want to smell.
Well,
anyway,
some people like it.
No, they don't. It smells like feet. Anyway, I normally don't agree with you on your description.
I don't like it either, but
But I do agree with you on
Some
that
people
one.
do like it.
No, it doesn't taste like butter. It smells like grossness, and I don't like it. So we're not going to talk about it. The second smell it's not piped in or anything, but I mean, whenever you're around the Tiki Room, of course, it smells like Dole Whip.
Oh yeah, I mean,
smells
there's
like
pineapple stuff everywhere over there, so
It's just really nice, tropical.
Yep.
It smells lovely.
not necessarily in the Tiki Room.
No.
It is if people are eating it, but yeah, just definitely
No,
right
like
there.
in the little courtyard.
Yep, where
Smells
they're
great.
selling it.
Pirates. Like, who you can't talk about Disneyland smells without talking about pirates.
Yeah, and it's so funny because this is my like slight amount of scientific knowledge on how they disinfect and
It's called cleaning.
Yeah, cleaning water because they could use chlorine and they do that for swimming pools and stuff because it's outside. But chlorine gas is actually quite toxic. But they use bromine, which is another halide, like it's a similar type chemical.
Less technical, please.
But the atomic number is, I'm just kidding. But it has a particular smell for sure. And I don't know, I think Disney is one of the only places I've noticed it. I don't know, have you noticed it much at like
I don't know. I don't sit there
Universal
going
and
like,
stuff?
bromine.
But I like it. I mean, it's not an unpleasant smell, but Pirates for sure smells like it. Plus,
It doesn't quite smell like Pirates.
it's like quintessential Pirates when there's a little bit of food wafting through there after a days
After
worth
the Blue
of
Bayou has
Blue
been
Bayou,
opened.
yeah, being open. Because when we first went and like slightly cried just after COVID when it reopened, we're like, oh, it smells like Pirates. Oh, kinda, because
the Blue Bayou hadn't
reopened yet.
If you go first thing in the morning, you might notice that Pirates kind of smells like Pirates, but there's something off. Go again after 11, after the Blue Bayou opens. You'll be like, oh, there we are. Needed like some biscuits walking through or something like that.
Steak and biscuits and gumbo and so good.
I don't even know if they have gumbo anymore.
I don't know.
They've
They keep
ruined the menu
changing.
there.
I know.
Anyway, I put this over here because this is one of the locations. In my mind, I was kind of like walking through the park in a circle. This is one of the locations where I really notice it. I love, and I know that I've heard other people that don't agree with this, but we've talked about this. We both love the smell of the Disneyland Railroad, like that smell of the steam when you're going through a tunnel.
That's like steam plus the wheels, whatever they do for them. Whatever.
I don't know what it is. That really, whenever you go through a tunnel, it has this really powerful smell, and I really like that smell.
If you go on any steam train now, it has that.
But it has to go through a tunnel to really, to be
potent.
that potent.
Yep. I like it. Some people don't. I think Market House said they hated it, right?
Caitlin didn't like it, but Caleb did.
Yeah.
And I love that.
It's definitely iconic. Like it just, if I hear that.
It's love it or hate it.
Yeah. If you smell that and you hear that. And the boom, 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 boom.
See, you did the same problem is that you're doing the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
No, I didn't do that. That's
you did.
That's
what you just did.
No, I did. I didn't.
Anyway.
Yeah. The Grand Canyon Suite and whatever
No, I'm
else.
just saying, like, also for people who are like, did he just have a little stroke or that?
That's what
if you haven't been on the Disneyland Railroad, you don't know. If you have been on the Disneyland Railroad,
and
you
for
know.
some reason, the thunder and lightning that is so
Anyway,
loud and scares you.
We're talking about smells, not
Yes,
sounds.
that's true.
Okay. Next one. Now, this is one that I swear doesn't exist, but other people swear does. And so we're just going to mention it. And it's the Haunted Mansion. A lot of people say that they do waft a musty smell through the Haunted Mansion. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't.
To me, it's like one of those other same
notice
buildings from like the 60s. It just smells like any other old building to me. But
yeah, same with me.
Possible.
I don't really notice it, but people claim that it's there. Something that a lot of people don't talk about is that ever since they changed Splash Mountain over to Tiana's Bayou Adventure, it has a smell at the end. It smells like wisteria. Wisteria is the state flower of Louisiana, or at least it's a flower associated
in
with
New Orleans.
New
Yeah.
Orleans.
Yeah, something.
And at the end of the ride, then it's it all smells like wisteria as you enter the tunnel. And it's just this really beautiful floral smell. So if you ever go through there, take a really big breath in just as you're entering the tunnel, and you're going to smell this floral smell, and that's wisteria. Fun fact, they also pipe that into the lift at Club 33. Exact same smell.
Yep.
So then you can smell that and be like, this is what Club 33 smells like. And actually, it's true. It does.
True. Minus the chlorine. That one has chlorine.
Are you sure it's chlorine? Or is it bromine
Maybe
as well?
it is bromine. Because it doesn't have it. Yeah, you can usually
No, you
tell.
can tell if it's chlorine. I don't think that's chlorine.
No, it's not. And because it has a lot of indoor stuff. And you can usually tell which rides and these types of parks do it with bromine because it's usually like the kind of rusty colored stuff of the water instead. One new smell that
people don't talk about.
Yeah, they don't talk about, and it's just been the last few months. On Big Thunder Mountain, as you're going up, and they added the cool effects with the dynamite going off and the blasting and all the smoke and stuff. Now they have a kind of a burned smell. It smells like Epcot, like Spaceship Earth.
If you ever have been to Epcot, you go on Spaceship Earth, and there's a part where the library at Alexandria is burned, and they have a smell that smells like burning. And we really, really like that smell. And it's kind of a famous smell. And now they have that smell at Thunder Mountain. I don't know why people haven't talk more about that? Because it's
Yeah.
people, the Epcot fans talk
like-
about that smell all the time.
They're obsessed with Judi Dench. Judi Dench.
Judy Dench.
Judi Dench. The Library of Alexandria burned.
Oh, jeez. How many like insider jokes can we put in here?
A lot.
Anyway, this one is not technically ever on anyone's list, but I love it. Like when you go on Mr. Toad and you get to
And you
the
go to
end,
hell.
and you go to hell,
And it's 85 degrees in there.
it just
It
has
does
a very
have a particular
it has a
smell.
very particular smell.
To me, I think it just makes more potent the 1950s building smell.
that's probably what it is that I'm smelling.
All the asbestos collects and goes in your nose.
Maybe maybe it's just giving me a little bit of a high, and then I'm like, oh,
I really hope there's not asbestos in these
I don't think
buildings.
there's any asbestos. Anyway, I think there's a particular smell there.
Yes, I agree. I just think
It's not on purpose. It just kind of is.
It's just a fun.
Yeah, it is what it is. And then the last one we actually kind of wanted to mention, and it's just because it actually makes us happy wherever we are and we ride this ride, is that the smell of Star Tours, but it's literally just the smell of the
actual
hydraulics.
the hydraulics and like the oil they use for it or whatever, the motion simulators.
You walk in and you take a breath in, you're like, Star Tours.
They freshly
they freshly oiled everything.
made everything so it's not squeaky. I mean, yeah, you go on any motion simulator, you go on most like, especially indoor roller coasters, and it'll have the same smell. But yeah, particularly there, it's very Star Toursy and quite great.
Was there a good part of me that was trying to think if there was a smell in Space Mountain? Yes, but there's not, and I know there's not.
It's kind of the same old building smell to me, but
It's not that old.
no, it's not that old.
I mean, compared to some of the others.
And obviously, since we both hate popcorn, even if people out there like it, churro smell.
I mean, yeah.
So good.
Although I swear I don't really smell it just walking around.
No, it's not like you have to be pretty close to a cart.
Yeah.
And now for
Like you basically have to be like on it.
I mean, this is probably
face against
this
the
is probably
glass.
a hot take, probably offending everyone. I don't know why they have to have like every single churro cart has some weird tasting thing. Why don't, like just have churros?
They also have churros.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they do.
You can get regular churro or the specialty one.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
It's just
Scratch that.
I'm never going after the normal ones.
Yeah.
I'm going after the specialty ones.
Well, I want the normal.
Then you get a normal one, and I'll get the specialty one.
Okay. You put your strange asparagus goo on.
You've liked almost all
I
the
have
churros
liked a
that
lot of
we've- that we've tried. So don't give me that. But let's just... Now because you mentioned it, I've got the smell of the popcorn in my head, and I do not like that smell.
No, it is not great.
I'm
I
sorry
love
for
butter.
those... Go ahead.
Well, it smells like for all my life, I love going to movies, and just the smell of popcorn has never been my favorite, and I don't know why. I don't love eating it. I'll eat it because it's kind of
you
nostalgic.
love it when
with-
it's covered in the butter sauce.
Well, yeah, I'll put like tons of butter for sure. But yeah, it's just I don't get it. It smells like feet.
But my problem is it doesn't smell like popcorn to me because when I
Yeah.
go to the movie theater and I smell the popcorn
It's
there,
more potent.
it smells
Like,
like,
there's more
popcorn.
popcorn-y, yeah.
But then the ones at Disneyland, I'm like, this just smells like the concentrated oil that butter flavored oil or whatever the topping,
whatever it is.
And I'm like, but I don't want to just smell that. Like I don't think it smells good. So I'm sorry for people who love that smell. That is not our favorite.
Nope.
It's okay.
Yep. There's so many.
Actually, it's not okay, but we just deal with it.
There's so many better smells, and mostly I just wanted to do this episode. Like I said, thought of it before others, but just to hopefully, if you've been there and you have smelled these and it's part of your memory, you can just like evoke that. Because even if you think about a memory and think about the smell, it brings it up. So
I mean, there's a reason that people there's companies that sell candles or other air fresheners specifically to smell like these things.
Some are
for a
better than
reason.
others.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, there's some of them where we've had friends that buy them and they're like, smell this. What do you think of it? We're like, it smells like random soap.
Oh, I forgot to mention too, because like the hotels, every Disney hotel.
Yeah, but we didn't mention that. We weren't talking about hotels.
But I was just thinking too, like, because in Disney World, like, there's so many different ones that they have. It's kind of
they
it's
usually
interesting.
have it where they like every hotel to have its own signature smell, which is nice. But I lose track of them because
for sure.
that many different smells,
Yeah.
you lose track of them really fast. But if you are ever walking through all three of the Disneyland resort hotels, they all have their own unique smell.
Yep.
The one that's the most noticeable is the Disneyland Hotel, and mostly it's in the Discovery Tower.
the new Discovery Tower.
They do it
we'll see
mostly
if-
at DVC resorts.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's just a DVC thing for some reason. Yeah.
Well, not just because, anyway,
No,
we could
but
go
like-
on like this for a while, but hopefully it was very nostalgic for you. And again, if you are not familiar with these smells,
Go and experience them.
then you need to just kind of be on the lookout for them. Notice them as you walk around.
I wonder
It's
if
kinda fun.
I wonder if there's anyone who doesn't like pirate smell. There's probably someone.
Probably some sad person
Very
somewhere.
sad, Universal loving, Knott's Berry Farm loving.
What does that have to do with
I
not
don't know.
liking? You can love Disneyland and you
That's
love
true.
Universal.
You can. It seems like people are in like one camp or the other a lot.
Nah, I think they just say that because it gets some clicks.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, so there's that.
So speaking of, we want clicks.
No, we don't.
Just kidding.
So anyway, well, I guess we are encouraging you, like if you have to, think about booking your trip to Disneyland and using our Friends at Getaway Today. It's a way that you can support us. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It's the same price for you either way, but if you use the link in the description, it's a way to help support us. Basically, we use that money to just kind of, I don't know, like it's not like we get a salary out of it or make anything off of it. It just kind of goes back into doing all of this stuff over and over again. So,
Yes.
and especially since we actually, we do have to pay for the podcast hosting.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's what it pays for.
Yep. to allow us to bring this to you.
Yeah.
It's so we're not losing tons of money. And make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook. I posted this week.
You did, and obviously we're good about doing stories when we're there in the post.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll happen.
Follow the stories.
Make sure you also subscribe to the podcast to get new episodes as they drop.
I should do story, just like live stream my conference. I'm sure everyone would love to see that.
I'm sure that's legal.
Probably not. We'll see.
But anyway, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.